That wheel keeps on turning. It was the Bears at 9. Now it's not. The Eagles moving up into that slot. The Bears moving one pick back to number 10, also acquiring a 4th round in next year's draft. And with the 9th pick in the 2023 draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Jalen Carter, the Georgia game breaker, taking a bit of a slide down to number 9 after off-field issues raised some concern, but the talent on field is undeniable. 2-time national champion, unanimous All-American, and the anchor to a defense that allowed 12 points per game over the last 2 seasons. What many considered the best prospect in this draft. Jalen Carter headed to Philly at number 9. Bryant McFadden, Ryan Wilson, Joe Musso here in studio. Let's check in with Pete Prisco for a grade. Carter taking a little bit of a slide here, Pete, but they catch him at 9. The Eagles really only spending a 4th next year on the talent. What do you make of the pick here at number 9 and the move that led to it?
Gosh, I love what the Eagles do. Give Howie Roseman a nice round of applause. I love this move. Look, Jalen Carter's the best player in this draft, period. Yes, he has off-the-field issues. I get it. But this is a great situation. He's got his former teammates, Jordan Davis there, Nakobe Dean. That'll help him make the assimilation into an NFL locker room. I think he's one of the great dominant defensive linemen we've seen come out in a long time. Think Chris Jones. That's what he is. Love the pick. Grade A+.
A+. We got a plus in front of the A. The teacher's starting to warm up here, guys. Back in studio, Ryan, it's an A+ from Pete here. Carter added to a defense that just played on Super Bowl Sunday. He's what many considered the best player in this draft. Got to feel like a home run here for the Birds. There are questions around him, but talk to me about the talent.
Right. So if you just watched football in the fall and didn't know anything else about Jalen Carter, you would be wondering why he's still on the board at this point. To Pete's point, he's going to one of the best possible destinations because BMAC, as you know, winning fixes a lot.
Yeah. And
then you have that winning culture and people around him, including his former teammates at Georgia, who will try to keep him aligned with the off-field issues that we've talked about at various points in this pre-draft process. But I think the idea of him next to his teammate up front along that defensive line and then also playing with Nakobe Dean, that is a scary proposition because BMAC on that 2021 Georgia National Championship team, there were 5 first-rounders on defense. He was better than all of them.
He was the best. Yes, he was. You talk about talent, the most talented player in the draft. Remember in, early February, everyone was saying that he was the best prospect before some of the news off the field related came out. But this is a huge move. You talk about grown men. They have a lot of grown men for Philly in the trenches on both sides of the football. I can just imagine watching their 907 drill when you talk about offensive line going against defensive line because it's going to be some refrigerators being moved week in and week out during their daily prep. You pair him up with Jordan Davis. Don't forget about veteran Fletcher Cox. And I think that's a huge move as well, having him already in the building and understanding and knowing Jalen Carter needs to have a reliable, experienced vet to follow on and off the football field. I think Jalen Carter will be that guy, and this is a big-time move. And when you lose a guy like Javon Hargrave, you bring in a young, up-and-coming stud in Jalen Carter, this defense probably won't miss a beat based on how well we witnessed them play a year ago.
It was likely the case prior to the selection, but with this addition, you can't help but think that the NFC runs through Philly this coming season. Fellas, great work as always. And if you're looking for a draft strategy, well, identify a defense that gives up no points at the collegiate level and just keep drafting those guys. Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, Nakobe Dean, a pair of rings here for Carter. Davis and Dean, a part of that first championship, but it's UGA to Philly. We'll see how it all pans out.